Today's broadcast is made possible by the chicken division of Anna's Farm. Anna raises them with love and caring for the best possible eating enjoyment. Located in Nompong, Mahasara, Kham. Good morning. Today on Bacon and Eggs with Skeeter, we'll be talking free rider versus forced rider problems. But starting off, let's talk about this scrap bacon we got here. These are bacon scraps. Some of them are thicker, thinner, funny ends on them, but yet they're full $2 per kilo less than the regular bacon at the big box store here in Thailand. So I like to buy the scrap bacon and use it as often as I can. My plan is to start curing my own bacon here in the future. All right, but today's issue that we'll be talking about is the free rider versus forced rider problems. Many economists will try to balance these two issues or punt them to the political realm without looking at the moral implications of either. In every economics class, the free rider problem will be talked about and used for justification of economic interference by government. Since those that are not paying for the service will benefit, in short, the free rider problem is not a problem at all. It should be referred to as a free rider benefit. While the forced rider problem is seldom addressed, and if addressed, will not be used to justify the government not interfering in an economy. On the other hand, since a person that does not want the service must pay, the forced rider problem is a real problem. When simply looked at in these terms, the entire equation changes. Let's look at a common justification for the free rider problem. That is a fireworks display. On the 4th of July, many people enjoy watching fireworks and would be willing to pay for that service if given the chance. But since collecting admission fees is difficult for governments, they use taxation to pay for this form of entertainment. That payment method ensures that there are no free riders. The forced riders are the people that do not want the fireworks display for many reasons. These individuals do not desire the service, but yet are forced to pay for it by the power of government, and are treated unfairly simply because it is hard to collect money from those that do desire a fireworks display. The forced rider has his personal liberty and property threatened so that others can enjoy an Independence Day celebration. That does not sound very American to me. All right, looks like we're getting down to about time to cook the eggs. As you can see, I just like stirring the bacon around pretty good. And I'll let that butter melt and just brown just a little bit, so that the eggs will get the flavor of that butter really good. I put a little bit of evaporated milk in the eggs to add some volume to them. In most every discussion about the free rider problem is they use, but it's a public good. Well, let's define public good first. A public good is a good that is non-excludable and non-rivalous. What that means is that it's hard to keep people from using the service, and as many people can use that service without degrading the use of it for another person. The examples they usually use, like a firework display, meteor defense, national defense, services like that are very difficult to keep people from using. But instead of looking at ways to take what appears to be a public good and either turn it into a public resource or a club good or even a private good, people immediately jump to, we need to prevent free riders. What people are saying is that they don't want people to benefit from other people that are willing to pay for the service. In other words, those that are saying we want to prevent free riders are extremely selfish people. Those with money and are willing to pay for a service like a firework display don't mind a free riders coming along and enjoying the service also. But people will use this same justification as a reason to tax people so that they are able to ensure that everybody is paying for this service. Now, back to the bacon and eggs. Look at how those eggs turned out. Those will be plated. I'll be adding a piece of cheese to that off screen. Got a bargain on some cheese that was fixing to expire at Tops. So I've been eating a lot of nice cheese on everything lately. The bacon is looking really good right now. A couple more turns and that'll be put on the plate and ready for eating. Now looking at the forced rider side of the problem. Forced riders are being taxed to pay for a service that they do not want. That taxation comes with a penalty if they don't pay. They could lose their life, or their life is a little harsh, but it could happen. They will at least be threatened with losing their property and maybe their personal freedom just because they don't want to pay. But what local governments do is they take and lump this small cost of a fireworks display into many other costs and charge one taxation bill so that those that don't pay it are looked as, frivolous. They don't want to pay their fair share. Well, maybe they just don't want one individual service. There should be a way that the people that don't want that individual service should be able to just not fund it. People say a lot on political discussions that government should be representative and that should represent the people. Well, there needs to be a way for the individual to object to an individual program. And the best way to do that would be to have it where you could, on your taxation bills, just mark out a program that you don't want. When we do our taxes, we have to send in itemized descriptions of everything that we claim. All our income, all our deductions have to be itemized. Shouldn't the government be forced to do the same thing to us? Send us an itemized bill on what we need to pay, and we select the items that we want to pay and those that we don't want to pay. Like this bacon on this. I'm going through this bacon, getting each piece cooked to the doneness I want, and if I don't want them, I'll just throw them off to the side. But look at me shake that oil off of there, and oh, that looks good. All right, now headed outside to eat this great breakfast. As you can see, I've got it on toast, a little extra bacon to go along the side, with a cup of coffee and a glass of tangerine juice. Wow, that was a good breakfast. Thanks for your time.